Alright, done.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the Great Displacement, where we fuck shit up.
We fuck shit up.
Where are we? Who wants to summarize?
I can. Last week we did a lot of things, actually. I wrote notes. Ha!
Hey, great job.
We tried to make a meeting with Lord Aldo, which didn't go too well. Me and Gilbert, we tried to get on his good side because we are on the bad side of Aldo, but he didn't need or want our help. What else happened? You guys, we learnt about pirates being an issue for the kingdom. We learned that Akaro had turned himself into the king, and that Aldo was the Lord of the East, Bennington was the Lord of the West, and Barnibus was the Lord of the North. Then we talked to a bard, whose name I can't see here. But yeah, basically we talked to a bard. We learnt about a bit about the politics of Dun, how it's mostly stay north and south, and the Dun soul is actually quite young. We learned about Barnibus. We went to an armorer. We learned about the tapestry, actually. And basically, like, all of the things that we're interested in are with this Barnibus dude, because we know that he can potentially be an ally against Aldo. He knows about what's happening in the north with the hills, and he might know stuff about the tapestry, or at least know where we can go to get information about the tapestry. So we are heading to Barnibus to check him out and see what the deal is.
Okay.
And that's about all I wrote. And Roran Resk is the name of the awesome blacksmith.
Oh, did you write down? We also saw Aldo watching
yeah.
us on the way with the way out to the castle.
Yeah. When we were trying to talk with Akaro, Aldo saw us, so he probably thinks we're up to funny business. And Alex told everyone that Aldo's a loser face, but no one else in the party knows that, I think. So we're all just under the assumption that we're all good right now.
I like to think that the three of you had a long-distance sneer-off. Nah.
Yeah. That was what happened. That's what we tell everyone, at least. And now we are heading to... I can't remember the name of the place. We don't have the map up, but... yeah, that's basically what's happening. So we're heading to Barnibus so that we can talk to him and maybe help him out with his hills issues and get his favor, and then we can fuck Aldo up. That's the only thing I care about right now is screwing over Aldo. So we're gonna Lakemont.
Petty revenge is a good early motivation.
Well, he hasn't even done anything that bad to us. I just don't like him because he's a dick.
I mean, he is a slaver.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Sort of, yeah.
Before we go any further, I wanted to show you guys a new token I've been working on for Gilbert.
Ooh.
Okay.
If I can get it, it's the same pictures, but I'm working with them in GIMP, trying to combine them into one. Tell me what you think of it.
Ooh.
I'm ready.
Oh,
man.
That is so sick. Oh, man. I have that.
Wow.
I'm going to put that on
I
the
don't
thing.
see it.
It's in Discord.
It's in Discord, man. Sorry.
Oh, man. That is so good. Now
Pretty-
Poochie can never die.
Yeah.
I have to go as a GM. Sorry.
And I've been trying to find him as a find a halfling with their own massive mouse, but I couldn't really find the one I wanted, so I kind of made it up.
Puddles, I can do it.
You can upload it. Oh, yeah, you can. Sorry. You do it.
Duh.
Here, let me
You do it, nerd.
This way,
I'll seal the
Poochie
secrets.
can always be with me instead of me looking like I'm walking on the ground.
Yeah, keep
Oh, wait,
out of my
I'm-
secrets.
Wait, I think Wait, let's just do this first. There we go. I could just...
Okay, we can only have one GM, okay, guys? Pick your GM today.
It's me.
It's definitely not me. There we go. Alright. I already showed it to the screen anyway, so I don't know what I was trying to do. But
Let's see.
whatever.
Oh, we also restocked Puddle's armor with something good.
Yeah. I have the best armor I can
Um,
possibly get without getting magical stuff.
Goes without saying, I snuck off to a blacksmith
Yep.
a couple times.
That you did.
That's just...
So how many more days do you have left until you bring out your boom boom gun?
And how much
lot.
gold?
I'm at 29 out of 80.
How much gold do you need? Like extra gold stuff? Will you have enough to collect gold to build it?
I probably do. I've got some platinum on me.
Yeah, we did make a lot of platinum, didn't we?
I did lose 40 gold, but I'm doing okay.
Yeah, we made like 350 apiece, right?
Yeah.
35
Yeah.
platinum apiece. I made.
Oh, and I just bled gold the whole game. I'm just like, oh, I'll pay a bard to sing about us, so I'll buy this. And
Sounds like Alex.
I owe Alex 75
Yeah.
gold, actually. I forgot about that.
My new token looks so cool. Well,
It
my
does.
picture
Yeah,
anyway.
it does.
I'm making it into a token right now for you.
How long did it take to make that?
I made that within the past 45 minutes.
Man, that's
Would
cool.
have taken me less, but my mom needed some help around the house.
Man, that's so good.
It was kind of annoying because I'm like, okay, I wanted to do all this into like one section, but I had to keep bringing them up in their own separate screens to do the stuff to them which I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I wish I could easily swap like the picture of the token. Like I've done so much to this token, and I just want to swap the picture, and it's not easy to do.
What do you mean you want to swap the picture?
Like I'm trying to take your original token that I already have for you and change the picture, but there isn't a way to do it. So I have to
Make a new
like
token.
make you a new token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Unfortunately, there isn't an easy way to switch them out. Unfortunately,
No, there's not.
you just have to remove and Do you use Token Tool? Because that's what I use.
Rolladvantage.com/token stamp is the one that
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one. It's the one that's the go-to.
it's pretty
to go
good.
to.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
if you can put that in the Discord later on tonight, I'd like to check it out since that's the go-to.
Will do.
I need to stop talking to my coworker about things my character's trying to make, and the list and the order of things I'm going to try to make, because he keeps giving me just wonderfully awful, gratuitously violent ideas.
How to use them or how to make them?
How to make something. The last thing we came up with was we need to get a flask of never-ending alchemist fire, and I'll make myself some firebat gauntlets from StarCraft.
Oh,
That
yes.
sounds amazing.
Oh yeah,
um,
you can make a flamethrower.
Yep.
okay, so while I finish this up, where are we? So you guys are physically in Riverhead.
Yes.
In the
That's
tavern.
where
Yes,
we
we
left it off.
I think we stopped. I think we were all in the tavern. I think, or
Yeah, we stayed the
maybe
night.
just outside. Maybe just outside.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was basically the next morning and we're ready to head out. Was the go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oop.
and I'm trying to duck the guard to like kill the elven person when I was here last.
Right.
Tried to help, but the guy couldn't run.
All right, I've got your new token in, and when we eventually see you, you will see the new token. Okay.
I changed my picture to the new to the new picture. So
I saw that.
nice.
You are here.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
So you've made it into the tavern. Gilbert has not been seen by any guards, and you guys had a night in the tavern. Alex went out to the farm.
Oh, yes,
and-
he did.
He presumably also came back, though he's not here to speak for himself. So let's assume for now he's come back.
Yeah, I think he said that because there was a point where he sort of just hit a dead end and was like, okay, I'm going back now. I
Yeah.
think.
I think he got some information. Oh, well, never
Hold
mind.
on.
We don't have to speculate.
Here he is.
What happened after the farm?
Hi, DM.
What happened after the farm, Tim? What'd you do?
after the farm, I started heading back because it's rainy as balls, and I don't want to go to the area that was mentioned
Okay.
by him after. Like, wanted to let the others know first.
Wonderful. So you make it back to the tavern that night. Everybody is long asleep by that point.
Yep, we'll get cleaned up and head to sleep myself.
Okay. How much
Fucking
sleep do you
rain.
need?
For a long rest, like 6 to 8 hours.
Okay. You're human. Okay, so you guys are in Riverhead, and you wake up at the normal time that your body's waking you up. Besides Alex, who's still asleep.
Good morning, Thrush. Let's go get some breakfast. I slept great.
Yes, I slept quite well myself. Porridge it is, I suppose.
Ah, sounds good. With raisins, hopefully.
Gotta love
That's the way
the
to do it.
raisins. Yeah, we'll just go and have some breakfast at the inn. Wait for everyone
Yes,
else to come down.
We must make sure that there is no porridge mimics in this place.
Those sound important to do, whatever that is.
Are we supposed to see the crazy glue huffing alchemist
Yeah.
guy yet? Okay.
Yeah, I just putting labels on here that you guys know about.
Okay. So we know about the market, the Fletcher, the ranger, the blacksmith tavern, horse breeder, and the crazy huffing alchemist guy.
I can't believe that's what I wrote. But I can believe it.
I just don't understand what kind of glue he's making. It's not made out of horses. It wouldn't do that to you.
Well,
Unless they were really old horses, maybe.
He's an alchemist, you know. He's probably got all sorts of chemicals and potions that he fiddles with.
That's true.
Maybe that's what happens from the long use term of alchemy ingredients.
No, that's not if you're doing it right.
You sure? Because maybe one day you'll be pointing your gun and it's shaking so bad you don't know what to do with it.
I'm sure.
And
All right.
you said that Alex is like sleeping in?
Yeah, so he's still asleep when you guys wake up, and it's to the point where he's not stirring at all. Like he's
Is Gilbert using a spoon?
No.
Okay, I eat at a different table.
I'm gonna wake Alex up because we should probably head off early as we can.
Okay. Alex, you're stirred awake. What happens?
Wakey, Alex, come on, up you get. We have to leave.
Alex will sit up and start putting on his breastplate.
Why are you
Okay.
so
But
tired?
while he's- Oh, you know that camp where we met? Nope time.
Conduit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went over to there to try and ask some questions and figure stuff out regarding the elves.
Okay. Well, did you find any information?
He said there's one camp that's pretty far away from everything else and almost hidden. It didn't really make sense to have it there.
Is it like a part of Aldo's stuff or like brigand elves in the forest?
I'm pretty sure it was part of Aldo's stuff.
Oh.
It's pretty out of the way, so it seems like there's a chance he might be trying to hide stuff there.
Maybe we can use this information with Barnibus. Maybe it's like a secret camp or... Yeah, that's...
Maybe, but we should probably actually look at it first.
Well, okay, we were going to Lakemont. Where's this? Where is it? Is it far from here?
Where was the camp, Jim?
Southeast of Riverhead.
Southeast of Riverhead. It's where Conwyn said the camp was.
Okay, well, I'm going to go have some breakfast. We can talk with the others, see what they think. But yeah, sounds good to me. There's no real rush to get to Barnibus.
Yeah. When they get downstairs, Alex is going to try to get a coffee.
Okay, so you did not get a full long rest.
You need like a liter of espresso daily.
So if you use spells or anything like that, like you don't get them back or whatever it is that you get back during a long rest, you don't get it back. But you're not exhausted.
Thankfully, I don't think I have anything used.
I don't think you used anything either. Anyway.
Uh,
As you come down, with my mouth full of porridge, I'm like, more than I just sleep.
Don't talk with a bowl in your mouth.
I'll eat my breakfast real quick and see if I can procure something to add to my crazy person backpack full of just junk. Would I have more luck finding a small pot of tar at the Fletcher or the Alchemist?
Tar, huh?
Yep.
Trying to think of who uses
Smelly
tar.
tar.
I guess that would probably be the alchemist. Like,
Maybe that's why he's so crazy. Maybe he doesn't sniff glue. He sniffs tar.
He eats tar.
He eats the tar. Yeah, he sniffs the glue. He eats the tar.
I mean, you just kind of chews it like bubblegum. It's delicious, really.
No.
It's my taffy.
No, I'll go over there and see if I can get the type of tar that you have to heat up to actually have pliable. See if I can get a small metal pot of it with like a pint.
Okay. So you walk in and you like survey the store as you walk in. It's open. It's early, but like you can tell like it's open. It's definitely not closed.
I don't
But you
think
don't
he sleeps.
you don't see him or anybody
Excuse
else.
me. Hello?
Make me a perception check.
And wow. 24. Nice.
So when you walk in, you immediately become aware of a loud snoring sound coming from behind the desk that is like the you know how you usually have like a cash register like in today's age, right? Like there's like a table where you do business. It's like that. There's not really a cash register, but it's clearly the place where he stands to do trades and sell things and to collect money and stuff like that.
Do I see what I'm looking for?
So, you have to investigate to see. So why don't you give me an investigation to go and check? And if you're trying to not make any noise, also give me a stealth. He absolutely doesn't even remotely come close to hearing you. That's for sure.
Man, you rolled lots of good rolls just then.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
You do see so after some rummaging, which would normally make a ton of sound, but you're on top of your shit right now. You do find under a pile of other sticky solutions, there is what appears to be a pint of tar.
In like a little bowl that I could boil it in?
It's in a not a can. It's in like some sort of jar, made of a pottery, like a clay jar or something.
I can work with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
And
just put a candle
it has
under
a top. It has an easily removable top, and when you take it off, it smells very, strong, and you can see it's very viscous.
Okay. I'll put a gold on the counter. Just leave.
Okay.
You're
I don't
very
like
you're a very honest thief.
I just don't like bartering. It's really confrontational.
I personally, I would have left a copper piece.
I don't have any copper. Do I have? Oh, I've got silver. I'll leave. I guess a silver would be overpaying still.
What you should do is like try to snap one in half and just like leave him half of a silver piece.
I leave him a silver. That's probably still being very generous.
Interesting fact. That happened a lot in the British Isles
Oh, really?
during
They
the
used
Middle
to-
Ages.
They
would
snap
they
their
would
coins in half.
yeah they would cut them up
Yep, that's
into
why you
little
have
wedges.
the phrase "pieces of 8."
Yes.
I did not
I've
know
played
that.
Monkey Island. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I did not
They
know
would
that.
be
That's
like
pretty
little pie
interesting.
slices of coins, and they would be worth like less and less as the coins like kind of went away.
Yeah, but
and
that's
then
why
they
you also
started-
had to weigh the coins.
Right. Yes, because people would file away the edges, and that's why we have ridges on our.
It's hard
our
to cut a
coins today.
coin perfectly in half
Yeah,
with just like, I don't know, a chisel.
pretty much. A hot chisel. I don't know.
The more you know. That's very interesting. I didn't know any
Yeah.
of that.
I know a lot
That's
about this
interesting,
kind of
yeah.
stuff because I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff. So, anyways, so fun facts out of the way. Tar acquired.
I
you
add it to my. I've got so much stuff
have so
strapped
much
to my
room.
backpack, but it weighs like next to nothing.
Okay, out of character curiosity. What do you use the tar for when you're making a gun?
Who said this is for a gun?
Okay, just checking. I was just curious. I'm like, man, this is gonna be some bullets, tar
For
bullets.
his Spider-Man web shooter. That's what it's for.
No, this is going to be for a napalm bomb.
There we go.
There it is.
I'm going to throw hot, sticky, burning tar in a radius.
Like a burning, smelly tanglefoot bag. Nice.
Okay.
Sure. Alex says that there's something we should check out before we head to Lakemont. Please, what were your? I didn't really get the gist of it, Alex. Why should we go there instead of Lakemont?
Well,
Yeah. Why?
So-
Where are we going?
if we were to present any information to Barnibus, we should know what information that is. I went talked to Conwyn and paid him and a few others to tell me anything they knew. And they talked about one secretive camp that's out of the way. So I figured if the elves are being used as slaves at all, the slaves would be over there.
Are they telling you the truth? Because even though you pay a person, doesn't mean they'll tell you the truth. I'm
They-
saying this even though I remember how much you paid them. Just in character talk.
I'm pretty sure they were telling the truth. They really didn't gain anything from lying.
Well, I've got
okay.
a couple of points. We don't know if Mr. Barnibus is really against that type of thing. And also, if we go there and it's just horrible, are we just going to walk away from it? And if we don't, won't that make it really bad if we ever have to deal with, not Lazarus,
Aldo?
Aldo again?
Well,
All those scum.
I mean, I'm not liking this Aldo fella very much. If I can do anything to piss him off, I'm okay with that, but he is very powerful as well. And we are on an island. And as far as I'm aware, the only way to get back off this island is to go through Dunsole. So we should probably not make him an enemy until we have allies that are at least equal to his power.
Yeah, the only other way I think would be turning to piracy with the pirates, and I don't really think I would do good there.
Oh, you'd be an excellent
I-
pirate. You
I-
your
I-
little horns and everything. You'd be brilliant.
You'd be very intimidating.
Oh God!
But here's okay. let's do it. And I start to whisper. I'm like, let's put on masks and black cloaks and go around and just wrecking all of his farms. That'd be fun.
What? So you think, Alex, that we should go to this farm before we go to Lakemont?
I think we should at least take a look and then decide what we'll do after that.
Do we?
But what if... Wesley, sorry, you go.
Where is this thing? This place?
Southeast of
South.
Lakemont?
Okay.
This way, into the forest, I think.
Into the forest. We haven't been there yet. Let's go in there.
Well, if Wesley's right and we go there and the conditions are so abhorrent that we feel it in our bodies to do something about it, like, can we afford to do that? Or do we? Should we go to Lakemont? Should we go to Lake?
Well, Aldo already hates my guts. I'll be the one to free him.
I mean, I'm all for going there. I feel like Barnibus could be a potential ally to us, and
if he's not, I mean, what would
we could
do?
just leave. We don't have to stay on this island.
That's true, but I wanted to see the pixies.
The Pictish. Oh well, I mean, there might be pixies in this forest.
You mean they're not pixies?
I love how you two as players are in sync and got that, because I didn't.
No, I would have had no fucking idea what he was talking about.
Well, there might be pixies in this forest. If everyone else is for going into the woods and trying to find this camp, I'm down for that, for sure. Is that what everyone wants to do? I know Gilbert and Alex are thinking that, or at least that's what you were saying.
Lyra shrugs.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Gilbert, you want to go to this camp?
Well, yeah, because even if we don't do anything, if we spy that, we can always come back later and free him.
Okay, true. And Wesley, you're okay with this?
I'm okay with it. I'm sorry I'm being so negative. Hestia was always getting on to me about that, but I just want to make sure that we don't burn all the bridges without a way out.
That's true. There's realism and then there's pessimism, and you are a realist, my friend. You're not a pessimist. Okay, well, yeah, I'm sounds good. Lead the way, Alex. Do you know exactly where we're going, or do we need his... Yeah.
We're having this conversation kind of quietly, I would assume. Maybe it would be best if we left town like we were going to Lakemont instead of going to the super secret area directly.
That's a good idea.
Just in case
he
has a lookout, because I would have a lookout if I had a secret slave camp just out of town.
That's a good idea, Wesley. Alex, do you know exactly where this place is, or do we need, like, Lyra to find a path?
Conwyn told me the rough location, right? It wasn't an exact thing.
Yeah, he didn't tell you where. Well, he just said southeast.
Yeah, it's a
southeast
rough
southeast of town, or southeast of the farm he was at.
He said southeast of Riverhead.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we're looking, I'm sure we can find it. If it's in the only thing southeast of Riverhead is the forest, so if it's in the forest, I'm sure we'll see a clearing or something, or signs.
We should be able to find it.
Okay. Well, if that's what we're doing, does anyone need to do anything in town before we leave? I'm ready to go.
I don't need anything.
Do you think they sell good armor here? Because I would like to get I think it's scale mail. Let me look it up. That's like the next one I need to.
Or is it splint mail? Because
Maybe.
Those are different. Those are different things.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
Looking that
One is
up
worth 50 gold and one is worth
now.
200 gold.
It's 75 gold difference.
Can we just retcon and say that he got it from the cool armor smith guy? If
Well, I asked, but that guy said he doesn't make that type of.
He doesn't make split mail.
okay.
Plus, you're an odd
I already
size.
have. Yeah, I'm an odd size person. Right
You
now,
need
what
someone
I
who's more skilled with leather than that guy
what
was.
I want is splints because I have chainmail right now.
With the rangers?
Yeah, you already dealt with them.
Yeah, they may have it. Okay, I'll go see them real fast, and I'll meet you guys at the front of town. And I go back through the side exit to go get Poochie, get them all saddled up and stuff.
I talked to the tavern owner very loudly about how to get to Lakemont and like how many days it should take us and like if there's any shortcuts or anything like that, just to make people think that we're going to Lakemont.
I imagine you'd just be like, nope, the road that goes straight there is the fastest way because it goes straight there.
So the tavern owner, let me actually, sorry, I switch you guys around a lot. The tavern owner is a halfling woman, and it's the morning, so she's the one who's working, and she tells you, "Oh well, you can take the road there. It does go straight there, after all, but there is also a dock down the way, and ships often, and I really shouldn't say ships, they're not much of ships, they're more of barges, will travel across the lake to Lakemont. Whether that's, faster, I can't say. But what I can tell you is that if you do go that way, you aren't on the road and you don't have to walk. So if it was me and I had some coin, I probably would go that way. But you have to talk to people too, so I don't know how Wesley over there is going to deal with that.
Yeah, maybe the walking thing. We'll probably walk, I think. If it takes longer, that's fine. We'll probably walk on the road to Lakemont. And I'm just being very
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I'm coming down with something. There's a chance we might turn back and get that boat in a little while if I get sick.
Maybe. We'll see how you fare.
I'm super deceptive. Just all the deception.
Yeah, do
Oh,
you
yeah.
make any rolls or
She just
you
looks
did.
at you guys and goes, "Okay," and turns around and goes and walks off and does her thing.
Mr. Thrust, I just lied to that person.
She
I
just
feel
thinks
terrible.
that you guys are really weird.
It's fine. Lying is okay as long as it's for a purpose,
Maybe I could do it better next time. Then I don't think I did a good job.
Well, I think I did a excellent job of lying, so it's fine. We'll be okay.
She definitely was like, "You guys are fucking weird, and I'm not dealing with this right now. It's way too early. Goodbye."
Mhm.
I'll leave an extra copper piece on the table when I see the
Big
state
tipper.
of the table Gilbert left it in. It's just caked in oatmeal.
He left without even making us clean it up.
Yeah, I'll leave a copper piece on the table for her. I don't see how. I mean, like, did he eat half of it? Everywhere.
Well, he's, he gets excited with his oatmeal.
The first time I thought he had terrible dandruff. It's just oatmeal.
No, it's sometimes collection there. Yeah, it's not like he's saving it for later. It just doesn't know it's there. Usually Poochie gets it, but sometimes he misses.
I'm surprised he even bothers to feed him after that. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I don't know if porridge is good for dogs, but Poochie seems to love it.
I hope you don't mind me poking fun at your character, Brian.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that I mean, I love how like weird my character is, and if you guys want to poke fun, go for it. It's all part of the fun.
Gilbert probably wouldn't even notice.
No. If you were making fun of him in front of him, he might pay attention, but then he would think it'd be a game, and he'd start to make fun of everybody. Like you can make fun of their comrades the most.
Are we waiting for Gilbert in the tavern or at the gate?
I suppose at the gate or wherever. Is there anything you need to do, Alex? Or
Not really.
Well, at the gate while we're waiting, I'll sketch just like a harebrained scheme of like a self-combing hat for Gilbert, but I just end up crumpling it. It's too complicated, and the oatmeal will just gum it up and.
Okay. So you guys get to the outside of town. Gilbert, give me a stealth roll if that's what you're trying to do to leave town without being noticed.
Well,
Well,
I'm not
he
trying
was
to.
going
I'm not trying to leave town without being noticed. I'm trying to go to the Rangers to see if they
excuse
know the
me.
place where I can buy some splint.
He hasn't run afoul of the law in this town yet.
No, he has.
yeah, this was the
Yes, I
town.
have.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
never mind.
This is where the beheading was.
This is the town, and I've completely not forgotten, but just don't care anymore.
Okay. So you go over to the Rangers, and the Rangers are, there's two of them, and they're mostly like situating packs and making sure that they're like packed up and ready to go somewhere. And so they see you walk in, and one of them is a dwarf, and the other is a human. Both men, both of relatively young age. And so they give you a look and we say, "Oh, how can we help you today?"
I look at both of them smiling, but like one of those like really tight smiles, like dwarf. Dang it, what's going on now? Actually, I come in and like I have the two antlers from my pack and I bring them out, waving them, and I'm like, "Hi guys, I got these antlers for you. I'm afraid the hide didn't turn out too well. Here," and I like put them like on the nearest table, and I just look at them really happily, and they're like, do you know if anywhere in town where I can get some splint armor? Because I need better armor.
So the dwarf comes over and he inspects the antlers and he's like, "Oh wow, these are fantastic quality.
What a rack!
This rack is unheard of. I'm going to mount this on the wall right over the door." And
Bazinga.
Awesome.
he's very excited about it. Thank you, he says, and he goes to shake your hand.
Yes, and to make sure that he doesn't realize I'm onto him, I will shake his hands.
Okay, and so he's very happy. And the human guy says, "Armor." And you specifically said splint mail, correct?
Yeah. Well, it's not in the book. It's just called splint. I assume splint mail is the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just making sure that you specified to him. So he says, "Splint. Well, we do have a leather armor in town, but they don't tend to deal with metal armors. They're not particularly skilled. They can make you some studded leather armor at the most, but and he points down to his studded leather armor. I got this there, and it's been pretty good to me, but it's not nearly as high quality as the stuff you can get in Dunsole. Actually, or Lakemont. There is a quality armor in Lakemont who has been practicing his trade, moved up there because he wanted to be away from everyone else to be able to concentrate on his work."
Oh,
The master armorer.
there is. Awesome. What's his name?
His name is Tygon. He's a little eccentric and doesn't like people quite as much. But if you show an interest in his armors and compliment him a lot, he seems to be a lot more easy to deal with.
Oh, okay.
But I will say he doesn't make anything simple, so be ready to spend a little bit of extra, but you'll really enjoy what you get from him.
Ooh, awesome. Nice.
There may be also a more simple armor in town. I don't remember.
Okay, I'll give it a good look because I think I'm going that way, but I'm not certain. I don't really know which way the group's going yet. But thank you very much. I like give them both a wave, and I just walk out the door and just get on Poochie and start to.
As you go out to go outside, he says like, hold on a second, and writes something down on a slip of paper, folds it in half, and hands it to you, and says, here's the guy's name, and you open it up, and it says this. Just as that.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
And it has his name on it, and he says, give it to him. Let him know I sent you. Maybe it'll get me a discount or something.
Awesome. Oh, and Jim, can you remind me what this guy's name is? Because I think I've talked to him twice before.
No, you haven't met this guy before. So every time you're in here, there's a new freaking ranger.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And oh, I'm sorry. I'm Gilbert. What's your name?
He looks at you and goes, I'm Gikver Hillcut.
Please spell that.
You look at him, it's a strange name, even like for you. You're like, so
no one must mock Gilfor.
Okay, that's an interesting name. Do I recognize it as Dwarvish?
No. So that's human. That's the human name.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's I like your name. It's very interesting. You don't hear that anymore.
No. My grandfather was named Gikver, and his grandfather was named Gikver, and unfortunately, even though it skips the family, it skips generations. I was given it this time around, and everybody makes fun of me for it. And he looks a little sad for a second.
Well, I won't make fun of you for it. I like it.
Thank you. He smiles at you.
Now, if your name was hold on. Was Dickver? That'd be funny.
Man,
Dickver is not funny. So I like Dickver.
You hear him cry a little bit, like he gives like a little whine, like
I'm sorry, and I go to give him a hug.
He hugs you back.
Oatmeal gets on him.
Oatmeal gets on him.
Yeah, you guys know I would be the worst because all you'd have to do is follow the trail of oatmeal.
He doesn't notice.
Gilford just starts sobbing into your shoulder, tells you his life story, all about his terrible name.
This is terrible. Gigford just wants a friend.
Just want some friend.
Should learn to cast friends then.
Yeah. He should learn to cast friends. Okay, that's it.
All right. So, what was that for?
What was what for?
The dice.
That was to tell if he could if he knew he had oatmeal on him. He doesn't. He has no idea he has oatmeal on him. Anything else anybody needs to do?
Nope. Not that I know of.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So you head off out of town, and you're going to the west, like southwest, right?
Southeast,
as you leave town. Well, that's where the camp is. It's
Oh yeah. Like.
But we're leaving town to the west.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, but you're leaving town to the west. Okay.
Yeah, and
so
then
you
we'll
get
cut
out of the gate, and
So
as you get to the point where, go ahead.
I was asking if I had any problems getting out of town.
Nope. You notice that there's not really guards around. Like there's guards at the gate, but that's like all you see actually.
Oh, okay.
So you managed to sneak out there. So there's like I really shouldn't say gate because there's no walls on the town.
Archway?
It's more of like a signpost. Like there's like a signpost over the road with a sign on it. You know how like sometimes you'll go to like a farm and it has like
Yeah.
on the driveway there's like a thing with a big placard. It's like that, and it says Riverhead. And so as you leave, you notice there's guards standing there, but there's no guards in town. Not this early. It's not busy enough. So you managed to evade them, no problem, simply by going around through the woods.
Cool.
Easy
So
peasy,
you
lemon squeezy.
leave town to the west, and when you get maybe like 30 minutes out, you're pretty confident no one can see you anymore as you crest the hill.
Sholera, let's find the camp. Can you
Find a camp for you.
lead the way, please? And I'm gonna cast inspiration. Oh, I'm gonna give her bardic inspiration to help guide her on the way.
On the way, I would have asked if you knew this song, and you can inspire with that.
Yeah. What song?
I'm going to be
Back
requesting a
Down by
lot
Johnny
of Johnny Cash out of you because I think it would sound amazing if Sean Connery was like, "No, I won't back down."
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down.
You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Hey, baby. I can't do it.
Also,
Can't do it.
someone should maybe help Lyra while she's doing it, so she has advantage on her roll.
With survival?
Yeah, I'll help
I'll,
Lyra.
I'll help her.
I've got a +3 to the survival.
I assume Lyra has higher though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can try to assist her with it unless someone else would.
Lyra survival
That's Lyra.
is much higher.
Oh, wow.
then-
She has a shit survival.
And then a D6 as well.
Okay.
I help.
Okay. I mean, you just give her advantage.
That's not.
Yeah,
That's not how
18.
D6.
She does have her D6 though.
Yeah,
Right.
so she beats. She
Equals
ties
you.
you. Yeah. And she is able to. I'm turning the music off now.
Is music going?
Oh yeah, I had Johnny Cash going for you. You didn't hear it?
No, I can hear it.
Oh, all
I
right.
could, yeah.
Oh, I can hear it a little bit.
Okay, just a
Oh,
side
my
note.
music volume was down. Yeah, never mind.
So is mine.
The first time I ever heard this song was when I was watching the animated movie called Barnyard.
I can't say
Woo!
I'm
All
familiar.
right. Okay, focusing for like 2 seconds. Lyra guides you south, goes to the tree line, and then follows the tree line almost to the point where you definitely see town again. But like you're still far away from it. So maybe like here. Can you see that? Am I on the right layer?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And then you start trekking through the woods, and you get to no, not far up. So you're like here, and you trek through the woods, and she's able to expertly guide you through the woods, and you scan sort of this area. You walk like this path down on the edge of the woods, and you eventually find.
A dead body.
You find a dead body. No. You find a camp. Oh shit.
That was easy. Good work.
Man,
We
that,
find.
that was fast, Lyra. Can you find this buried treasure?
She can try. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Sorry.
if she knew where buried treasure was.
It's such a pain in the ass to switch you guys around when I have to scroll. Is there a can I just say present the players like on this?
No, I wish. I don't think
It's
there
such a
is
pain in the ass. This
Yeah,
I hate
dragging
this
it. Is it the-
interface too. Like, it
Is
needs to be
the
much better.
handouts? Is it the handouts?
no.
The handouts have
I
a
us-
show to player option.
I usually just like drag the map close to the players and then drag the it's
That's what I have to do.
Yeah.
So, all right, wait. Did it even
or
present
I
correctly right
give them a map and then is this some like Stardew Valley stuff? What's going on?
now? I made this shit myself.
That's amazing.
Oh, you did? What's
I
the
bought
story?
Pro Incarnate because there's
They have
only
a
like one.
pro incarnate?
They do.
I didn't know they
I
had-
didn't know this either. They have a Pro Incarnate. It has 2 times the map size resolution to export, It has like 100 different textures that the other one doesn't have, including backgrounds, including all these assets. It has like all of these assets here. This is a texture like the trees are. So if you used Incarnate before, like these buildings are placed like the trees, and then you can move them around.
Oh,
wow,
nice.
that's awesome.
That's great.
And
Yeah,
okay, I want to need to check that out after game.
yeah, it's $25, and they have it so you can pay it through their site now. Even
Is
just
it-
a couple weeks ago, I had to pay it like over email, PayPal link, but it was
That's
really
not too bad.
Wow, that's amazing.
so. You get here, and you are in the woods to the south now,
Over here,
like
yeah.
south. And
Can
go ahead.
I make a check to see how new the site is?
Yeah, go ahead. Make an investigation, and I'll let you know.
So are we down like through here?
Yeah, you're over there. I also need everyone to make an active perception check.
Perception. I don't know.
You know, me and Thrust are good for that.
All
Usually.
right, let's see how bad I am. Thrust, that's a personal best.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, that's a lot of very nice worms.
me and Alex just high
Trust-
five each other, not even looking around.
You're having the 80s end of the movie. We found it! High five!
Really loudly.
So you get there, and as you kind of scout the coast, you get the tree line. You kind of get closer to the tree line, and you hear a couple of voices. Before I reveal to you what it is these voices are doing or coming from, let's take care of the investigation check. Wesley,
That was low.
you make an investigation. You can tell it's newer than like the town is, like Riverhead is. It's definitely like relatively new. The fence here, which is what this is, it's not a wall, it's a fence. It looks kind of like a wall, but it's not as high as it looks.
Okay.
I don't want to scale it down too much. So basically, it's a fence that is probably like 5 feet high tops, like, and it's not reinforced or anything.
What I need to do an investigation check to see if it looks like they're in squalor. I mean, does it look like they're being? I mean, like the
So
buildings
from
are run
here-
down, or
From here, you can't see. You just see the tops of the building. You
oh,
can't
okay.
see very much. Maybe you see some of the tops of the grain.
Just so you know, even though this is only 5 feet high, that's a wall to me.
Yeah, it's a wall to you. The rest of everybody else, it's like they could probably see right over it if they were standing up next to it. So you hear some voices, and as you sort of finally find where they're coming from, I need you. Whoever wants to like approach these voices should tell me. They're coming to the east of you, farther down the tree line.
I will cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
I will turn myself into kind of a grubby-looking half-elf.
Okay.
I assume me and Alex don't even hear the voices, so
You
we don't-
literally, you
yeah.
don't hear
I-
shit.
I
We don't-
will look. Go ahead.
We know nothing.
We
Um,
know nothing.
We don't even remember finding the camp. We just got here.
You'll see me change my shape and kind of gesture to be quiet and stealth towards the noise.
When did that elf get there?
Okay, give me a. All right, so use stealth, and as you get closer, they don't notice you at all, and you can hear them talking, like probably louder than they mean to, and you hear them. You hear a voice that says, "No, we gotta get closer. We gotta get closer, and we gotta know what's going on." And the other two voices are like, "Dude, I just want to go home. This is scary. I don't want to be here. I don't want to get caught." And the other one's like, "We're going in, and you're gonna like it."
Wait a minute.
Shoot.
It is at that point that you realize who is speaking.
Well, is that the voice of the two elves that tried to kill us before?
No, it's Conduit, isn't it?
It's Conduit.
That's Conduit. Oh my gosh.
Conduit with Dave the dwarf and Alduin the elf from the tent.
Hey, Mr. Conduin. Hey.
He looks over and goes, "What? Oh, what?" And he draws a weapon, and it's like
no, it's me, Wesley.
it's like a really crappy looking weapon. The others draw their weapons as well, and they're like,
And
"Who are you?"
Out of
I look at him a
curiosity,
little
do I
sad.
see this?
Wait, Alex, you told
You
them
have
to
to
check
start
this place
self on
out, didn't
yourself.
you?
What?
You
Told them I would pay them for any information they got me.
Oh my god! So they're here because of us.
They're here to get paid. They're here to get their money.
Oh my god! This is amazing.
Well, we paid you to do that job, but we didn't really trust you to do a good job, so we figured we'd come and do it anyway.
Okay.
I didn't
So-
pay him specifically to come to the camp just to get information. I didn't think he
They-
was that ballsy.
10 platinum, bro.
These guys. Oh man. Sorry, I had to make sure that was what was happening because it's hilarious.
Yeah, so that's what's happening, and you, they don't know who you are. They've never seen you before, and they draw on their weapons.
No, I'm with Mr. Alex.
He kind of recognizes like the way you're talking. He doesn't know who you are still.
Show him your
and,
boom boom stick.
No.
They've got these like crappy clubs, like they're like basically just sticks.
What are you gonna do with that? Put that away. You look ridiculous.
And they put their clubs, if you can call them that, away. And it's like they're kids playing like in the woods. You know what I mean? Have you ever done that? Like where you go out and you play in the woods and like,
Yes.
a stick can suddenly be a weapon. You're sword fighting and stuff like that. That's what they look like with these sticks. They look like idiots.
They're not even sharp.
No. And so they go up to you and relax a little bit, but they're still not convinced. And then I assume at this point the others appear.
Yes, because well, if I would have seen him pull their weapons, I would have taken Poochie and started to trot on over pretty quickly.
Okay, so he recognizes Poochie for sure, and he's like, "Holy shit!" And everyone puts their weapons away and immediately calms down.
Behold the power of Poochie.
I cast Poochie.
Yeah. And he says, "We're just getting information. What are you guys doing here? I thought we were the ones who were supposed to spy."
Well, we weren't told you were going to be here. We were just told about this place, and I was worried. But if you're here, I look over to the others. We should go now.
Yeah, I thought it would be a good idea for us to take a look before going to meet Barnibus or whatever.
Barnibus.
We're super good at planning, guys.
Barnibus.
Well, yeah, sure. How long have you guys been here? What have you seen? What are the conditions like?
Well, we just got here. We were about to go in and hop the fence and see what's going on inside. All stealthy like.
You seem like the stealthy bunch. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, we're real stealthy.
we could wait here for them. Why, you go inside.
I'm going to just pull from my back a light crossbow and 20 bolts and push them into his hands because his weapon is stupid.
Conwin gladly accepts this new toy, and he's like,
and I'll
"Oh,
take one of
yeah."
the daggers I have and give it to the elf because I don't think the dwarf wants a dagger.
"Okay." So the dwarf looks at you like expectantly, and the others are like, "Oh yeah."
Let me see if I have any other little things
I
that
give
work
him.
as a weapon.
I do just a precursory glance around and find a stick that's like a whole lot better.
I'll
I
give
just
him
give
a
him.
dagger as well.
Okay. I was gonna give him
As well
my
as-
dagger, but that's
I'll hand them a sack of ball bearings if they need to run away from someone.
Okay, so
Let's see. I have a sack with some soap in it.
you've given them what? Daggers?
two of them daggers and a crossbow.
Crossbow, 20 bolts, and ball bearings.
I mean,
Okay,
we
it's-
can like make a distraction somewhere if you guys want to like sneak in. I can be
It's
quite
not
loud.
like-
I don't know if we want to make any distractions though. This is supposed to be secret.
Yeah, that's true. But I can
It's
be
a light
very
crossbow?
loud.
Is it?
Yeah, light crossbow.
Well, I myself, I'm terrible at like everything that we're doing right now. I'm bad at like I'm not a reconnaissance kind of a guy. I'm, you know, I'm the fish man. So, if you guys go in instead of us, that would be nice.
You just scowl and go, "I'm the likable one."
Yeah. Everybody likes thrust, but I'm not very sneaky.
Or I punch him.
Yeah.
I can go in with them. Poochie's really sneaky.
You
Maybe
you jump the gun a lot, Gilbert.
me and Lyra should go in.
I don't jump the gun. He has the gun, and I
But I'm
point to
worried if
Wesley.
Lyra goes in, they might think she's one of them and not let her leave.
Well, maybe, yeah, you two can go with those three, and us three will stay back, and if things really get sticky for you, I'll make a loud noise somewhere, and hopefully they'll go to the loud noise, and you guys can escape.
Okay. So they are very excited about their new toys, and they've thrown their makeshift clubs away, and they've now got one of them has a dagger, the other one has a dagger, the other one has a crossbow, and they are already on their way. They're not even waiting for you. They've turned around. They're excited. They think they're the fucking heroes of the day.
Wesley, Lyra, go with them.
Oh shit.
They're stealthing up, and I'm rolling this in front of you guys because you can see them physically. So they are doing a decent job of stealthing. Okay, they seem
Wesley, Lyra, go.
they're definitely like under the fence. They're squatting down. They're not making a ton of noise.
I'm very flustered.
They're doing a lot better than you. You're cracking sticks, and you actually literally trip and
I step
Wesley!
on all of their discarded sticks.
Wesley, step above the sticks. Above the sticks.
Okay. Alex does a fantastic job of getting up to the fence, no problem. And so you all get up to the fence. And so in the picture, there's actually like little weapons and shields and stuff leaning against the fence, but like those are not there.
I
They're
will
just
pull out
part of
my
the fence.
steel mirror and use it as a periscope to look from behind the fence.
Everybody looks at you and they go, "Holy shit." The Conwin goes, "I've never seen one of those before." And
A mirror.
a mirror, yeah.
Oh, well, you don't want to look into it then.
No, I do.
No, trust me, you really don't.
How far is the tree line to the fence?
Maybe like 100 feet, something like
Okay.
that. It's not too far.
Yeah.
Well, this is a farm, and we've had not an early start and a hike. Are there anyone? Is anyone farming?
So it is early. As you get over to the fence, you do start to hear more, and you do hear mostly tools hitting dirt and stuff like that. You can hear people yelling from over in this direction, and you hear like dirt moving, stuff like that. You hear something going on down here, like there's some animal sounds coming from over here, and in your mirror you can see some buildings. There are bodies, like you can see people working. You see people over here working the dirt, cultivating these fields. You see a couple people down here walking among this area.
When you said he saw bodies, I thought, oh my god, they're all
No,
dead.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. You do see people. That's what I mean.
Elves?
Elves.
Undead.
As far as you can tell, they seem like elves. They're tall and slender.
Predominantly or solely?
pretty much solely. Every time you see a person, it seems you can identify that they're elves.
Do we see any overseers or?
So through your mirror, you can't make out who's who, but you do see people. It's really difficult to see the whole picture from just the mirror.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna try. Oh, you put your token down here.
Yeah, I'm reloading. I can't move it.
Here,
There's two of you.
there you go. You
And
can-
there's my new token.
yeah, there you go. Here's Poochie by himself. I'm just gonna delete.
Oh, poor Poochie. I look at Thress going, I feel kind of left out, Thress. How come we couldn't go? Oh.
We're not very quiet. I almost yell.
Okay.
They look back at you like, what the fuck, guys? And so, Wesley, you've pretty much reached the capacity of what you can realize through your mirror. Would you like
Okay.
to look over the fence?
Yeah.
Conwin stands up and he's ready to do it himself.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, so give me like a sleight of hand. That's what I'm gonna call it. Like the ability to go peek up, peek down without freaking out.
Damn.
Cause-
Would that
causing a
be
stir.
more of a stealth?
Yeah, maybe it is. So maybe we'll just use your stealth roll. So you look up over the fence and you don't fall or anything like that. You're not making any noise. And you're relatively tall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just look right over it. Conwin and the others also get up. Dave is on his tippy toes, hanging off the side of the fence, but he's able to eventually look up over.
The little rascals break into a concentration camp.
And so now at this point, you can start to see. I'm just going to use like some tokens here. But I'm not going to, like, they're just going to be the same token. So you see some people over here. You see this person is like walking this, walking this way. And you see a bunch of people in these, in these fields doing field stuff. This is the best way I can think to describe it. And whoops, it's not. There we go. This person is over here doing the pitchfork thing with the hay, and these people are kind of just talking. You can also see over here there's a gate, and you can see over here there's a gate. And across the field, it's really difficult to make out, but you think you see some people across the field, like over here. You can see like their heads, but you don't know exactly because the wheat is pretty tall.
Hmm.
And it's like a hill, like you're actually a little bit lower than like is. So like this part right here would be a couple of feet higher than you. It's not a perfect flat. So this is
Are the
what you see.
people on the main road? Are they like patrolling?
So it's not really a road so much as it is like a path, like a trodden path. Think of this all as a. It looks like a farm. Like it looks like people just walk this path here. Like it looks like the grain is growing, and there's some sort of like long houses down here. You see there's like some sort of cabbage or some sort of like low green plant here. There's wheat, the rest of it. Hay is over here in stacks. You can see that the people are wearing basically sackcloth. They're wearing very common clothing, not nice at all. And when you look over and examine over here. Maybe. Did it place the token? Yes. Okay. So you see there's a couple of guards posted at this entrance, as well as down here.
So are these like the main entrances into and out of the camp?
That appears to be the case. Otherwise, it doesn't seem like there's really much of a way out. And as you look a little harder, you start to realize that the body language of the elves looks pretty not great. And you realize there's a guard over here as well that around this. And
Are
he's
they-
surveying the workers.
Are they whipping anybody out there? You know, like
No,
Old-
everyone's very quiet and like no one's talking to each other. The guards might be, but you can't tell. But you can tell that like you don't see anybody talking to each other. No one's emoting. Like they're all just doing their work very quiet.
Within 120 feet of me, right? Like, on the fence line?
Roughly. If you go up to the tree line for sure, like the edge of the tree line, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast message, and
Okay.
I'm going to say to Wesley, Wesley, what do you see? And then obviously he can reply with the spell, like without talking.
They don't. The farmers don't look happy, and there's guards.
I cast it again. Can you take one of the farmers quietly? We can talk to them. I can maybe make them forget that they saw us.
I don't think so, but do I think I could jump the fence and get to here? That's a long distance, isn't it?
It is. And as you're surveying to find out whether you think you can fight or not, you notice a guard comes from around the corner of the buildings and breaks up these two workers, tells them to get to work, and they start coming. And this guard
Those are
follows.
workers. Okay.
Yeah, those are elves, and this is a guard. And they're slowly making their way together like this. He's walking behind them. They're not talking anymore. And they're like walking up the...
these aren't dwarven guards, are they?
No, they're humans,
Oh, okay.
as far as you can tell.
I'll wave at Thrust and do like the hang time, phone me thing.
I'd be like,
Wow, I can't believe that's how you described it, and I understood.
Wesley, what do you need to say?
If I walked up there with my 2 bottles of vodka, do you think they'd believe Lord Aldo sent me to give it to the guards?
Probably not. I mean, you could try your disguise so they wouldn't know it was you.
Yeah, but I don't know.
All we need you to do is to talk to an elf and see what the conditions are like. We don't need to get the guards involved if we can. I can't see from back here. Is that possible?
No. I think I have an idea.
Okay.
If I went here and tried to like use this as cover, do you think I'd have a better shot?
This
Like the
guard
buildings as
walks
cover?
around the corner, and you stop really being very well. You're asking if you think you could use these buildings as cover if you jump the fence.
Yeah.
So that means that you're like looking down. Like, are you moving yourself?
Oh yeah.
body
Like when I see they're coming this
over
way,
here.
I get down behind the fence.
Okay. And you go around to their backside. Yeah. So at this point they're like moved up quite a bit, and you get down, and they're walking pretty slowly. And see the buildings. You see these guards are like.
And I would have asked Lyra to have Nyx kind of not make a disturbance, but make noise, animal noises around here.
Yeah, I was just about to ask Thrust, like, you think they need a distraction?
I don't.
Okay.
Well, it depends on the distraction. I don't know what's going on.
I was gonna challenge the guards.
No,
So,
I don't think we should tell them that we're here.
Okay, then if we're not telling them why we're here, then how are we gonna talk to somebody if nobody knows we're here?
Well, we're not talking to the guards. We're trying to talk to one of the elves without the guards knowing.
Oh. Well, it wouldn't be right if I challenge the elves to duel. They didn't do anything wrong.
I don't know if challenging is going to help us in this situation, Gilbert.
Oh. Okay.
If it does, I'll definitely call on you. For now, let's just let Wishley do his thing, and if he gets into trouble, then we'll charge in.
Okay. Can you ask him to hurry up and get into trouble?
I pretend to cast the spell, but I don't say anything.
Assuming Nyx is making some noise at that gate in the vicinity, I'll jump the fence and run over by a building.
so you want to tell Lyra this?
Yeah, I would have done that before I left.
So you get to Nyx over here, and Nyx is making some cat noises. Yeah, it sounds like two cats are fighting in an alley, and they are very surprised by this noise, and they both look out over the fence, and they're like leaning on it, looking out.
Alley-oop!
These guys are still walking this way. So, yeah, now's your chance. Give me some sort of athletics or acrobatics to jump the fence.
I message Dave, Condwin, and his friend just to stay down.
I jumped the fence onto the roof of a building.
Yeah, you literally jump the fence so gracefully that you whisk right across to the corner of this building, and no one noticed. You were so quick. You're all set.
Can I peek into the building?
So you get to you're kind of between these two buildings, and you see the one that you're next to is long, doesn't have any windows, and the doors are closed.
Do I hear anything?
You do not hear anything coming from the inside of the building.
I'll creak the door open and glance in.
Okay. You look inside, and you see what at first looks to you like animal stalls. It looks like a sort of like pigs, like where you would keep pigs in stalls down rows on the side of the building. But then as you look a little closer, you realize that there are like human, like articles of clothing, well, I shouldn't say human, people articles of clothing, people stuff littered about. Not a lot, but like the occasional like slip of paper, the occasional article of clothing, maybe a change of clothes, a blanket here and there, stuff like that. Do you want to go inside? Do you want to investigate further?
I'll go inside, yeah.
Okay, so you slip inside the door and close it behind you, presumably.
Yeah.
And you see, you're able to get inside, and it smells not great. It just seems, you know how when you leave your apartment windows closed for a really long time and it gets really like musty, or like when you have an enclosed space and you don't air it out, it smells like that. And you can tell they keep the doors closed, and it smells like people live here and don't shower. And you go down the rows, and you eventually get to a stall which has a sleeping elf child in it.
Okay.
It's like maybe like a tween, like 10, 12.
But there's a sleeping elf in it?
Yeah. And as you investigate this child and looking at it, it coughs like pretty bad, and then it continue to sleep.
Oh, okay. I tie a handkerchief around my mouth,
Okay, you do that.
and I'll go up to him. Is it awake? Are they awake? It's not a nit.
They're not awake.
And it's a child.
It's a child.
Okay, I won't offer them vodka.
No.
I will
mean,
offer
you
them
can.
one of my water skins.
So will you like prod them with it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you prod them with it, and at that point, yeah, they're definitely super startled. At this point, you notice it's a boy. He looks quite sick. Hair is cut pretty short, but not like buzz cut or anything. Brown hair, brown eyes, that kind of stuff. And you startle the child for sure, and he looks at you with wide eyes and coughs. And once
He does that kid cough where they just cough directly into your face.
Yes. And he takes the water skin from you, like hand shaking, and drinks it, like drinks the whole thing.
I stop him before he drinks the whole thing because I don't
Okay.
want him to be sick.
Okay. He like drinks a lot of it.
Easy. Don't drink it all at once. One second, and I'll go through Hestia's alchemy thing and see if there was any of that elf medicine she was making.
Okay.
I don't know if there was.
Let's find out.
There's probably the tools to craft it.
Yeah, that's correct. There's the tools to craft it, but there's not any left. There's even a slip of paper detailing the recipe.
Hello. My name's I'm a friend.
You look like a half elf, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking
So
in common.
Yeah. And he looks at you and goes, "What are you doing here? How did you get here? Who are you?"
I heard that this wasn't a good place, and I was seeing if it was true, so I could come back with help. If you need it.
I mean, we live in this shed, and everybody's sick all the time. They don't give us very much food. Any money they say we make, we never see, and they give us terrible food and charge us a lot for it, and just a lot to stay in this shed.
Is that
We
all
don't
they're
really
making?
know.
Are they just growing food here?
Yeah, they need someone to grow food for the people coming in, and it goes. We don't really see much of it. They harvest the hay and then send it out in the carts.
Well, how long have you been here?
It's probably been a couple months now. What he looks at you and goes, what season is it? It's he remembers. Oh, it's actually late spring now. I've been here since last fall.
Did Lord Aldo send you here?
No one sent me. Came into the city when the elves lost our home, and when we lost our home is what he says. And we came over on a ship, and I came with my parents, and you see him get real sad. And
Did you land at the south or the north end of the island?
the south, I think. He's really not sure. They took us in a cart. There was a nice man in the city who said that we would go someplace where we could earn a living and be safe. But then we ended up here, and the first week or so was okay, but now I'm obviously not so happy about it. I thought we might be happy here again in a place we could call our own, but we don't have it.
How sick does he look?
Pallor. He's definitely coughing. Not like he's not like throwing up, as far as you can tell.
Not deathly.
No,
Okay.
definitely sick. Sniffle, nose is leaking. He looks real pale, baggy eyes, that kind of stuff.
I'll reach into my pack and pull out all 7 of my rations,
Okay.
and I'll let him have that water skin and another one. So I've got 1 left.
Okay.
Don't drink that all at once and try to share it.
Yeah.
Make
It like dawns on him for the first time that he should absolutely share it, and like he like didn't think of that.
I'm sorry I can't do more right now, but I promise you I'll be back, or I'll send a friend. I just need to make sure that there's somewhere safe for you to go after. You understand? If I did something right now, it would just be worse.
He nods. He doesn't say anything, but he accepts all the things you're giving him. He gives you a sad face.
My heart's breaking.
Oh yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Ash.
Ash. My name's Wesley. Don't freak out. And I'll drop my seeming.
You'll drop your what? Sorry. Oh, you're
not seeming.
I know what you're
disguise self. Yeah.
So you drop your disguise self, and he looks at you with even wider eyes than before, and he's like, and he's like, he wants to scream, but he doesn't, and he's like, "What are you?"
I'm just me. I want to help.
He remembers that you're the one who fed him and things, and he kind of breathes. And,
I know a lot of folk don't like the way I look at it. I know, but I'm gonna help you, and I wish I could do more right now. But just be safe. Are all the elves here trustworthy?
Yeah. I mean, I get. Yeah.
They wouldn't tell something that's secret just to get a little bit of benefit.
Well, I mean, now that you mention it like that, I guess I'm not so sure. Some of the people are my friends. I have a couple of people who I think of as sort of parents now that mine are gone. But I don't trust everyone necessarily. There are people who have told the guards about things before.
Well, I don't want to get you in trouble, all right? So if there's one person that you really trust, give this to him, and I gesture the food, and see that he shares it safely, and I'll be back when I can.
Okay.
All right, and I gotta go now.
He says, okay. He nods and gives you a real sad look.
I sneak out, tears in my eyes, feel like shit.
Okay. You peek your head outside the door. You're gonna go, there's double doors at both the front and the back of the building. Would you like to go out the other side or the same side you came in?
I think same side would be safest.
So at this point, these guys are in the fields. This one's here to inspect the grain, and this guard is watching. And so I'm just putting these people where they're supposed to go. Okay, so you get out, you peek your head out, you notice that as you come out, you don't see any of the guards. They can't see you from behind this house.
I will try to run and jump the fence.
Okay, give me a stealth.
I don't feel good about this roll. Let's see what it's going to be. I feel good about that roll.
Ooh, nice.
Come on.
You had me worried for a second.
You're fine.
So You go over to the fence. You do a like jumping somersault over it. No fucking problem. Everybody looks at you. Conwyn looks at you with a mouth agape. He's like, "Oh my god, you guys are so cool."
I'll gesture towards the woods and go in the woods and meet up with Gilbert and Thrust.
Okay.
Wesley, what's it like over there?
All right. Well, the others are gonna come in then.
It's really, really bad. None of them want to be there, and none of them can leave, and they're not getting fed. Most of them are sick. I gave them all the food I had and most of my water, but I talked to a little boy, and I'm hoping me helping doesn't come back and hurt him.
Well, did he see you in your human form or in the form you are now?
Both.
Okay. So there's a 50-50 shot that you either say kindly elf helped him or a person with horns helped him. They may not believe him if he says it's the person with horns.
Well, at least we know now.
Because kids have wild imaginations.
If we did something right now,
It wouldn't do anything, I don't think.
I don't think so either, but
It'd make me feel good.
If we hosted an uprising and killed all the guards, the elves themselves would probably be executed just as a scapegoat.
they would just say it was something it wasn't, and they attacked.
I think we should go to Barnibus with this information. We don't know what he's like. He could be a gentle soul, hopefully. I don't know if this is legal. Like, they can't leave.
Laws or whatever people in charge say they are. We should see who Barnibus is before we tell him.
Can I make a history roll or something to see if like what Aldo is doing here is legal in terms of Akarho's like how Akarho is running things?
Since all of this is so new, like both to you and just in general,
Yeah.
a history check won't give you what you want to know. But what I can tell you is that you know as much about this as anyone else does, besides maybe like people in the royal houses, like, or I guess the now royal house, or like the Lord's service. Like, you know as much about the law as like pretty much everybody else. So, like, if you know what I mean, like, no one, it's not clearly defined. It's not like there's a set of laws and statutes that like everybody follows. It's like a little bit
generally slavery is, or like these guys are pretty much slaves and they're in poor conditions. Like, as a lord, it's your responsibility to take care of the serfs and make sure that they have, you know, like, he's clearly neglecting his lordly obligations. One would assume.
I'm assuming you're kind of thinking out loud.
Yeah, like, yeah, this is what I'm thinking as to why I want to make the roll. Like, Thrust wouldn't be saying this.
Oh.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that, like, wrong and right and good and evil and like law and illegalness is like all up in the air.
Okay.
Until you know like what is the law, you won't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not something people know.
And he can phrase it pretty easily as, well, you know, I was paying him and feeding him and housing him.
Yeah. Well, this is a shite indeed.
I would like to. Would I know if the elves and the orcs are the only peoples that have been displaced?
That is what you've heard.
Okay, so the dwarves haven't.
No, the dwarves have done some moving around. Like, you've heard about some things where the dwarves have moved into the mountains a little bit more. Thrust obviously knows this, and Gilbert also knows this, where the dwarves have moved and made new encampments farther into the mountains. The Mount Goss. What did I say it was? Mount Goss? Gohs. Here, let me quickly just like take you through. It's
Yeah,
too far.
Goss.
You guys have a handout if you want to
Yeah.
look at the map, but yeah, Mount Goss, like that mountain range. Oh, wait, no, that's
It was
not
Mount Hesa.
Yeah, Mount Hesa, north of the Valley of Goss. There it is. That is where they are starting to like make into more territory. There's mining operations happening more in there, and so the dwarves have 2 big cities, which is like more than most in the area or in the world. But the Kerhisar, which is near Mount Hisa, is like they're pushing more into the mountains south of that. So, yeah, that's what you know.
Okay.
Well, I think we should take this information to Barnibus. If
Yes, I agree too.
it seems like Barnibus and Aldo have some rivalry, and
Oh, that's right.
we can learn about whether Barnabas can help us or whether he opposes this or whatever, but there's nothing we can do right now. Let's just go talk to Barnabas and see what he wants, and if we can somehow fuck over Aldo with his help.
Conduin, instead of breaking in there, do you think you could just keep an ear out and see if there's any shipments in or out? They've got to be taking this food somewhere.
You're talking to the 3 stooges.
Yep.
Okay, so they nod and they look down at their new weapons and they feel a sense of confidence. And they say,
And those are for a last resort. It's better if you just use your words and don't draw too much
they're
attention.
giving you a look like, "Are you fucking serious, dude? You just gave us weapons and now you're telling us not to use them." And they say, "We'll keep an eye out here and wait around."
These inept assassins had a lot of platinum on them. Right. That's a lot of platinum.
And yeah, so they're gonna camp out here and figure shit out. They're gonna keep watch and learn what they can. for you.
Okay, when that's apparent, I go, no fires. No fires.
No fires. How are we supposed to stay warm?
You're gonna be cold, but if they see the smoke, they're gonna come over here.
I will take off my really nice coat and just toss it to Conwin.
Conman takes it. He's like, "Well, I guess that solves one problem."
If they set fire to the field and then they won't notice there's a small fire with a big fire going on.
I think it's just any fire in general is what we're trying to avoid. It doesn't matter the size. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the general smoke stuff, I think, Gilbert.
Oh, okay.
Should we go back and take the barge?
Yes, let's do that.
That'd be safest.
We'll be back here soon enough. We're not
And
leaving
also,
this
I can
in
do
the
some
ship.
crafting checks.
Yeah, if everyone's keen, we'll go back to the town and
Yeah.
say that
Yeah,
friend is
We
sick.
go back in town, and we go in. I'm like, oh, wouldn't you believe it? I didn't get any rations. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
that's okay. I think we got lost. I mean, we started going west. Then we went south for some reason, and then we went east again, and now we're back up here. I don't think we know where we're going.
Just because we want to take the barge.
Oh, the bar. There's a barge. Oh, cool. Let's take the barge. And Gilbert is actually very excited about the barge. He's never been on a barge.
Let's see, how much are rations?
5 silver.
5 Yeah.
Okay.
5 silver.
I will stock up. And how much would a water skin be?
The gold.
The
Filled.
gold? I'll get 2 more.
How many days were we out doing this? Because I need to mark off a ration for that. Or has it even been?
That
a
was
day?
just one day, so
One
it's
day.
like the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, we could.
You were out there for like 5 hours, 6 hours. By the time
15
you
silver
back,
bring me up to 10 rations.
Can we find a barge that will leave in the afternoon, or do we have to wait till the next morning?
So there's a lot of barges coming in. as you inspect the docks, and it seems that they all come in, and then their people come off down the dock and come up into town, leaving their barges at the dock.
I stop one of them like, excuse me, would you perhaps know if anyone is leaving for Lakemont in the next few hours, or is everyone settling up for the night?
He looks at you like you're a little bit, off your rocker.
I'm
And
also
he's
like dressed in immaculate
Yeah.
traveling clothes and
Yeah.
yeah.
He thinks you're a fucking weirdo, as most people seem to. And he's like trying to figure out a way to like get it so that he doesn't get stuck with you.
Mhm.
And he's like, most don't leave until the morning, and most don't take passengers.
I flick a coin, and it's like a gold coin in my hand. I'm like, is there any way to perhaps pay for someone to take someone now? Do you know anyone who'd be eager to learn a little gold to leave now and take 5 passengers?
And 2 mounts.
He looks down at his feet.
7 passengers.
7 passengers. He's like, he's like thinking about the logistics to that, and he's like, I'd have to get there, and then it would set me a whole day behind on my schedule. I guess I could do it myself, but it would really cost you. I can't just that's a lot of trade that I'm giving up.
How much gold would it cost us?
To leave right now, it would cost us. It's gonna cost me at least gold and supplies to get us over there, but
how's about I
plus
give
my
you
time.
if I give you
How
5 gold, would that be sufficient to take us to Lakemont?
He says, he looks at you and says, 10. I also have to come back here.
I'll just put a piece of platinum in his hand.
He looks at you and goes, I'll do it.
I'm on the verge of being like 10 gold, just starting to get angry, and then Alex comes in and does that, and I'm like,
Your
okay.
new name is the Paladin Platinum. No, the Platinum Paladin.
Platinum Paladin.
I like that.
I take 5 gold from the group loot and give it to Alex.
We'll just shake my head. Don't want it.
All right, I put it back in the group loot.
Okay. So you get this guy convinced. You've convinced him with coin to take you there, and so he says, "Go down to the docks, get on the 3rd barge on the right, and I'll be down there in a moment. I have to go get some food, otherwise I will starve."
We have rations if you need. I have enough to feed an army for a few days.
He kind of squeezes his temples with his fingers. You can tell he's really tired. And he's like, if I'm gonna go to Lakemont right now, I'm gonna need a good meal. Just give me 20 minutes.
Well, okay, sounds good. We'll wait here for you.
And he's like, thank you. And he goes off and he heads towards the tavern as far as you can tell, but you're like,
Can I insight
maybe,
check him as he's
here
leaving?
somewhere.
I want
Yeah,
to
go
see
ahead.
if he's actually going, or if he's seeing a wanted poster of Gilbert and he's going to hand in 11.
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth. He's just really fucking tired.
Okay.
And so after about 20 minutes, he comes back with a backpack and which he was carrying before, but now it's more full, and he's ready to hit the road. He
As we're
climbs
waiting,
into
I'm gonna take my armor off.
Okay. So you're not armored anymore?
Yeah, I put it I hang it on my bag and stuff, and I'm like, I've known travelers to get sunk in the water when they fall in because of their armor. Sure. If anyone's got
barks
really
sink,
heavy armor, perhaps they
Then you
should.
lose your nice new armor.
So I should take off my armor. Is Poochie's armor okay? Well, Poochie's armor, so you know, is like a light armor.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should be okay. But I'm pretty sure if you've got heavy or medium, if you fall in, you'll sink to the bottom.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, so I just go ahead and take off.
Especially if we're in a tiny little barge, as opposed to like a big ship. I don't want to fall.
I
over
make sure
into
all my
Use
ammunition
my-
is well wrapped in the water cloth.
After about 10 minutes of fighting with my chainmail, I tug out my shirt and I put my shirt back on. Shirt has a nice rusted smell, you know.
it.
Smell of oil and rust from taking care of the armor.
Okay. You Oh shit. I have to make sure I just turned off the oven. Hold on. Sorry.
No worries. Away we go.
We will wait.
While he's gone,
I just
I
realized
work
I
on
might
my
not have
shotgun
turned it
for
off.
40 hours.
Okay. So you're off the bar and he's at first he uses his oar to sort of like paddle like from the ground, like pushing off the ground, but as he gets farther out on the lake he eventually starts to row two-handed at the back of the boat. They're very long oars, and it's like a flat-bottomed boat, and you can tell that it is meant to carry heavy loads slowly, and that it is quite hard to row.
I go to him and I'm. What was your name, good sir?
He looks up at you and he says, "My name's Ref Bognorsk."
Ref Blognorsk. Now, you've obviously been doing this all day. Perhaps, one of us can take over. The river just goes straight up, correct? If we just follow it, we can go?
It's a lake. He says,
Oh, it's a lake.
"Yeah, it's a lake.
Yeah, it's a lake.
Here, let me take you to You're crossing a lake."
I thought we were going up a river. So if we just keep the left bank to our left, we can just make it to Lakemont. If you want, you can rest while we've got a few strong guys here. We can make our way if you like.
He actually is like surprised that you're offering and says, "Yeah, okay." And he goes and hands you the oars. He says, "You row with one of them to steer, row with two of them to go." And he like sits down and eventually like gets more relaxed and lays down and sleeps.
Well,
I go-
that's one way to earn a platinum.
I go, Gilbert. He says that you need to row.
Oh, okay. so I get on the left-hand side and I row really fast, and all of a sudden we're going in circles.
I'll grab the right hand to like. If it's two of us, we should be doing it twice as fast because we're equally strong. So I think Gilbert's a little stronger than me, but yeah, the two of us, like, because we want to get there as quickly as we can. So we will do that.
Guess who's filing some gun components?
Is Alex sleeping?
Alex is not sleeping.
A what?
What?
What happened?
Alex isn't
He's not-
sleeping.
Yeah, sleep, you motherfucker.
Alex must not be feeling good. Maybe he ate something bad for his tummy.
Perhaps.
I guess.
Alex is just kind of watching the water.
Okay, with a
Wesley,
19
mark that
tinker
as,
check for the trip, how much do I add?
I believe we've been saying that if you get like a 15, that's like a day's worth of work.
Yeah,
and
15 to 20 is a day's
20.
work, and then if it's above that, I wrote it down. Yeah,
Thank
15 to 20 is 9 to 10 hours.
Yeah, there you go.
10 to 15 is 8 hours. Less than 10 is less hours, and then a plus 20 is 10 plus hours.
Can you paste that for me so I can paste it in my doc? Thank you.
And is that from Xander's guide, or did we just decide that?
I think I made it up.
Cool.
Makes sense though.
I think
I
makes
like it.
sense.
It was just too much for me to type really quickly.
I wrote it on a notepad, so.
Oh, that's probably the way to do it. But I don't have spell check on my notepad.
Yeah. 10 minus 10 is less than.
All right. Well, I am almost halfway done.
Woohoo!
Wow, how exciting!
Now, by almost halfway, do you mean nowhere near halfway, or just so close you can taste it?
39 out of 80.
Oh,
Pretty good. All right, so you're on the lake, and so you're on the lake. Someone's real. That coughing sounds like the kid in the elf camp. So
That sounds like my week.
yeah, and you get out on the lake, and by the time it's middle of the night, you get to the point where you can barely see. Like, it is so. You're pretty sure you're rowing the right way, but you're not really sure. So give me a.
Yeah, all you have to do is keep the shore on the right side.
Yeah, but you can barely
Yeah.
see the shore if you can at all. There's no light.
And
The-
I'm so
moon's
short.
pretty
I don't
dark
know if I
today.
can see past the boat anyway.
Wish, Alex, can you like cast the light thingy that you do on the boat so we can see where we're going?
I can make my sword light up for a minute, but
Ooh,
that's
my sword can light up, and I like take out my moon blade, and it's very bright and shiny. Ooh, ooh! I can also make the boat light too. I can help Alex.
Well, any
yeah.
light
Gilbert
is
actually knows the light cantrip.
good. Okay.
Okay.
Any light is
So
good.
how big's the boat, Jim?
Pretty big. I would say it's probably about like 8 by 12.
Okay, so I want to go towards the front of the ship, which I think is called the bow, and touch the tip of it, so that the first 10 feet of it glows like a torch.
Okay.
So
So it
so it's like the boat has its own headlights.
Okay. So you do that, and it does, and you can see the water in front of you really well. The shore, on the other hand, is much farther away. Very different.
Okay. Did you want us to roll something to see if we were getting lost?
Yeah. Why don't you give me a survival?
I will help him with that.
Survival?
Yeah, I guess that's Lyra. Let me.
I suppose, yeah, Lyra can direct us as we're rowing.
She does the shit out of it. You guys get in the right direction, no fucking problem. You guys
All
are
right.
Lyra knows the way. I suppose, like, after me and Gilbert have been rowing for about, like, 6-ish hours, because we left in the afternoon. Well, maybe, like, after a long time, I'm just going to get up and, like, poke the guy who we hired and be like, alright, it's your turn now, we're going to sleep. And I'm just going to give him the row and...
He's
Like, go to
he's super stoked about it. As you get to like the point where the sun's coming up, he's rowing now. You can see, like just before you decide to go to sleep, you can see that you're getting relatively close, and you'll probably make it by the time it's.
Okay, and then I suppose we...
I'll help him row.
Thrust is sleeping.
And Gilbert is also going to take a rest too, because he's probably kind of tired by now.
Okay, so you get there, and as you pull in, you see a lot of boats leaving on the way in. Nobody is coming in. They look at you like you're fucking. Like anybody you pass is looking at you, like hailing you, and asking what's going on. And the guy is like, waving back and not really giving a good, clear answer. Just kind of saying, "Oh, you know, the thing."
Just felt like a good
But-
night for a ride.
Yeah. Like real nonchalant. And so you guys pull into the dock. Plenty of space because everybody's gone. And you can tell that sorry, like it's not quite noon, and it's about time for you to get off around like. So you've had enough that I'll call it a long rest.
Oh, cool.
And it doesn't really matter though, because none. So
I used one bardic inspiration, thank you very much, which I get back.
you're welcome. You're welcome. So you get in, and the city is a little bit nicer all around looking, cleaner, much cleaner than Riverhead. The streets are not made of dirt; they're made of some sort of cobblestone, and the buildings are made more of stone than Riverhead, where they were made more of wood, and actually even Dunsoul is mostly wood. So this is much nicer.
Oh,
It's
wow.
it's not as big as Dunsoul. It's about this head. I had a city.
I think we should have came here first, guys. This place is a lot nicer. We should came here first.
You understand the leader is a dwarf, right, Gilbert?
Oh. Well, the dwarf from the carrot. Maybe this one's nice too, but of course, if he's not, I'll have to slice off his head.
Well, maybe the thing is, he's a very important dwarf in the dwarf community, so he actually might know something about what happened in Hubhole. So, if we are nice to
yes.
him, maybe he will give us the information that we need.
You're very smart, Thrust. You're very smart indeed.
Well, you know, you don't travel this long and go so far without learning a thing or two.
But if he turns out evil, I get to slice off his head first, right?
If he turns out evil, we're screwed anyway. So do what you want. We'll have to leave the island. So
When he says it, I get really happy. Clap my hands together.
would this be a good time to have a quick break?
Yes.
Yes, I need to go take a bio break myself.
Awesome.